So I'm Montel from Triple M Enterprise, delighted to be joined by a man who is fighting for not just one but two titles, WBA International and an English title, Mr. Hamza Uddin. How are you, sir?
How are you? You okay?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Ready to rock and roll, man.
Sounds good. But before we touch on the fight itself, I want to talk about Hamza Uddin, the man. So obviously the Bengali heritage, how much does that mean to you carrying that into the boxing scene, being one of the first pros?
Yeah, man, I'm one of the first. I'm definitely the first to do it at this sort of level. This is at the top level of boxing, and I'm most definitely the first to do it here. It's quite lonely, actually. It's quite tough. There's no one to look up to. There's no one who's done it before. So every step that I take, it's unknown territory for anyone of my heritage. So it's tough, of course, but at the same time, it's a privilege. It's a privilege, and I know I have to carry myself in a way that people can look up to and people can replicate, and I'm doing a decent job at it, not doing too bad.
And what's the experience like, obviously, for you in the community? Do people come up to you and sort of go like, oh, you're making us proud, that sort of thing? What's it like? I know it's lonely being in
Yeah, I get a lot of that. One of my proudest achievements is like the amount of kids that are starting boxing because of me, and they'll tell their parents that they want to be the next Hamza Uddin. I think that's big. Like, I'm in it for glory, titles, legacy, of course, but little things like that matter a lot to me.
Yeah.
And like, I like children a lot. You know, I say that I went for a tough childhood, not in the sense of I was on the streets. You know, I was raised very well,
yeah.
But in terms of the amount of sacrifice for boxing. So when I see children looking up to me in that way and having someone like me to look up to, that's a very proud moment for me. So that's nice. I like that.
Yeah. And what were some of them challenges that you actually had to face, even, you know, committing to the boxing scene?
I think just almost having the work ethic of a pro, but being a child. So now I'm a grown man, so sacrificing my social life, sacrificing my happiness, it's just a regular thing, and it's just another day in the life. It doesn't really mean much to me now, but when you're a child and you don't really understand the magnitude of what you're doing, and being honest, when you're like 12, 13, boxing at that level doesn't really matter. Eddie Hearn or Sam Jones isn't gonna come to me and ask me what I want as a 12-year-old. It doesn't really matter, but to still have sacrificed my whole life for the sport, sacrificed my social life, my friends, my family, that was tough, man. And just to be secluded in my own home when I wasn't training and only going out the house really just to train. Obviously I'd go to the mosque, of course, and stuff like that, but for the most part it was just training. So those sacrifices were tough, man. I look back and, you know, you'll talk with your friends and you'll talk about stories from when you were a child, and I done this and I done that, and I'm like, bro, I was just in the gym.
Yeah.
You know, so that's pretty tough, but it paid off, so I'm not too sad about it.
What made you choose boxing?
My dad was a boxer and a kickboxer back in his day.
Okay.
So obviously every kid wants to be like their dad. My dad still had his gloves and his bags and his stuff laying about. So I just done it for fun, like I just pushed it for fun. There's a video of me, I think I was 1 years old, 2 years old, punching the bags. Obviously I got older, I still really wanted to do it, but my dad never wanted me to do it because he had to retire with an injury. He had a really bad back injury. He was like big prospect. He was a big prospect. He hadn't won much at the time, but he was coming up, but he had to retire because of his back. So he didn't want me to do it. He didn't want me to do it, but I just persisted. And then eventually he broke. He said, okay, I'll take you to the gym. Went to the gym and he saw the potential, he saw the talent, and we just went from there, really just went from there. And since then he was like, road to world titles.
And to be fair, he's so supportive. Like, he is the manager, as we were saying off camera. Like, he's like the man that's sort of supporting and really pushing the journey as well. So how was it for you making that decision? Because a lot of people will go with someone else that might want to be sort of influential rather than family. But what was that like to keep it in the family?
Yeah, of course, my dad is like the cogwheel of everything, even though, you know, I've got a promoter, I've got manager, I've got other coaches. My dad is my head coach, but he's like the connection between everyone. You know, he's like, after me, he's like the main person in the team. That's important to me because there's no one I trust more than my mum and dad. And obviously my mum is not going to be involved as much as my dad in boxing, but I feel safe and secure knowing that my dad is with me everywhere I go. Even though, you know, I may look like a little kid, I'm just rolling around with my dad all the time. You know, I know I'm safe. I know someone who really has my back is with me. That's very important, especially in a game like boxing, where when you're doing well, everyone's with you, and when you're not doing so well, not everyone's with you.
Yeah.
Of course, I've got a strong team, so they're always with me, but looking from the outside, it's not so much. So yeah, to have someone that I really trust and is really close with me, I feel like I can't go wrong. I'm not worrying about anything. I'm not worrying about being betrayed, because these things can play in your mind.
Yeah.
And obviously overthinking can take a lot of stress out of you, but I don't have any of that sort of stress. I know whoever's with me is with me. All I need to focus on is smashing people up. That's what I'm doing.
100%. And obviously you're still very early on in the career and already fighting for titles. Like, what is that like for you? You know, just going into your pro career now. What was that experience like?
It's not a surprise. I envisioned it from when I was a little kid. So, in a sense, I'm quite cold and emotional about it. Not emotional about it, like, oh, you fight for your first titles, you fight for 2 titles. Yeah, cool, it's my job. You know, I knew this was coming. So, obviously, at the same time, I'm a little kid at heart. You know, I love boxing. So, to have the opportunity in only my 6th fight to fight for 2 titles, bro, I'm buzzing. But at the same time, I'm like, this is my destiny. I've got to get the job done. So it feels good, man. It's an honor, it's a pleasure. You know, it's a big statement too. No one's fighting for, you know, big titles at this sort of experience, at this sort of age. I'm only 22. But it's a blessing from God, you know, to be able to be this good that, you know, people back me and feel like almost it's a certainty that I'm going to bring the 2 belts back home this Saturday. So it's a blessing, but I know that I have to take it seriously. And I have done in training camp. This is the best training camp of my life. So I'm ready to go.
Yeah, and like you said, your skills are showcased themselves. You're partnered up with Matchroom. What was that conversation like? How did that start?
I was on the Team GB squad, so I was amateur at the time. The Olympics were coming up in about 6 months, and then I just got talking with Sam Jones. Yeah, I got talking with Sam, and me and Sam have known each other for a while. It's mad because I was like, must have been about 13, 14, and I shot him a message saying, I'm going to be your best signing one day. I said it to him, I give it to him straight. I think I got the message somewhere maybe. I shot it to him straight, and I don't remember what I think he must have laughed me off, like, not in the sense, I was obviously super talented, but you're a kid and there's so much that can happen in that time. But then, I don't know, we just got talking, and, you know, the offer from Matchroom was on the table, and it was too good to turn down. And for me, Olympics was never like my dream. I never woke up and thought, I want to be an Olympic gold medalist. Like, you put me in the Olympics, son, man, I'm gonna go out there and fight to win that gold. But it wasn't like, I want to be Olympic champion. It's always, Dad, I want to be world champion. Do you know what I mean? So when the opportunity came, I thought the time's right. I obviously consulted my dad and my family and my team, and we thought that was the right decision. You know, it was big, someone Bangladeshi, never done before. Someone from Warsaw, not even heard of. We thought, you know, we need to take it with both hands and get to work, man. And that's what we've done, and it's been pretty good so far. Worked out really nice. We've got a good connection. And we're going from strength to strength.
And you mentioned how good this camp has been.
Yes.
So what are some of the improvements you've made from camp to camp? I know everyone makes improvements. What are some of them?
You know what? I was talking to, I don't know what it is. Something's just clicked. So the penny's just dropped. I don't know. God's given me something inside me where I just feel different, man. I just feel like maybe I've just become a man. I'm 22, so I'm still young. I've got still so much maturing to do. But it's a weird feeling, man. Like, I still got the same jab, the same backhand, the same uppercut, the same left hook. But there's just something there, man. Just the spirit. There's just something about me that's alive, that wasn't alive before. And I can talk about it all I want, but I'm going to show it in the ring. God willing, in the ring this Saturday, I'm going to show it.
And look, faith is very important to you. How much of the faith do you align with your boxing?
Faith is very, very important to me. Very, very important to me. You know, everywhere I walk, I feel like God's with me, God's behind me. You know, I put a lot of trust in my God. Without God, I don't know where I'd be, man. Don't know where I'd be, you know. The stresses, the hardships. You know, we just talked about Ricky Hatton's funeral today, right? Mental health.
Yeah.
Mental health, everyone goes through mental health, man. Everyone suffers with their mental. Everyone's mental health goes up and down. In the good times, of course, no one's talking about God, you know. Praise God, I've gone better in the sense that when I'm doing well, I'm still always remembering God, and it's God's mercy. God can bring me down the next day. So I remember and I'm grateful, but when you're downtime, you don't feel so good. And you've got no one with you, the world can be a very lonely place. Very lonely place. But I find solace in the fact that I have God with me. I could be in a room alone, but I'm not alone. I still got God with me. God's still here. So that's been very, very important to me. And in my boxing, the strength, the motivation, the belief that I get, it's just different, man. I can't really explain it. It's just different, man. It's just something from your soul. You could lift weights and do bag work and stuff, but you don't get that strength, man. It's different.
Sounds so powerful, honestly. And obviously talking about the fight that you got coming up, like what are some of the things that we're looking to see in store from you?
You know what, I'm gonna... Oh man, I cannot wait. I'm just imagining the crowd. They're gonna have their mouths wide open. I'm gonna bring fireworks, entertainment. There's not gonna be a dull 2 seconds. I think the opponent that I've got is perfect for me too. I've got every style in the book, and I'm gonna use it. Power, speed, skill, strength, everything on show this Saturday.
That is amazing. And what are some words of inspiration for people that are looking up to you, that are from your background, that are waiting to get into boxing, that haven't made that leap yet?
You know what? You just got to give it your all, man. You just got to give it your all. That's literally it. In anything that you do, it could be the smallest of things, little things, day life things. You in school, stuff like that. Just give it your all, man. Give everything you got. There's a thing with us humans where we never fully push ourselves to the limit in what we do. We'll always find an easy way to do something.
Yeah.
For no reason, even though it doesn't take that much more effort to give you all. We'll always find a little loophole. Always be a bit lazy. Just give you all, man. If you're gonna box, especially, boxing's a tough sport, man. Boxing's a very tough sport. It's not like football where you get subbed off if you're playing bad.
Yeah.
Or you get hurt if you're playing bad in boxing. So just give it your all, man. So at least you can say to yourself after, you know what, I gave you my all. No excuses.
And you know what, just actually touching on that, how would you recommend like the moments of where you feel like you want to cut corners? How would you recommend pushing through those barriers? What's helped you?
You know. You know when you can push more. Someone's telling you can push more, you're not going to be happy. It's not good for your ego. But deep down, you know whether you've done the best you can or you've not. We all know. We're very smart creatures. We know. If you're not pushing yourself, you know. Push yourself. It's not worth it. It's not worth the regret after thinking, I should have done more. You can't do any more. Once you're there, live in the moment, give everything you got. Life's too short, man. Give it you got.
Appreciate that. And have you got any final words for the fans that are going to be watching, tuning in to see you fight tomorrow?
Yeah, thank you for your support. We've got hundreds coming into Sheffield from local. If they knew about the title, that could have been double. But it's fine. I know you're all going to be watching live on DAZN this Saturday. First on the main card, first on TV. 7 p.m. ring walk. It's going to be fireworks, man. Tune in. Don't miss it.
So proud, and I love it. I love the enthusiasm, the passion, and the composure. But look, wishing you the best of luck tomorrow.
I appreciate you.
I'll be there, and hopefully we'll get a post-fight interview done as well.
For sure, man. I'll see you there.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for your time.